The first installment of this state capture report deals as well with irregularities at SAA and its subsidiaries. Let's bring in now one of the unions at the airline, Numsa. Its General Secretary, Irvin Jim, joining us now this hour. Mr. Jim, good afternoon. Hopefully you can hear me better this time around. I know for a fact that Numsa was one of those trade unions that raised a lot of concerns about the leadership style, management, and all kinds of issues at SAA when Dan Moyane was at the helm as chair there. When you see the highlights coming out of part one of the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture's report, do you feel vindicated as Numsa?
Then thanks. I think a couple of points to be made. The first one is that we are adopting a political vigilant attitude to the whole maleficence of corruption and the so-called state capture. Our view is that state capture and the commission have become a political football between the ANC and its own ranging factions. And the point we want to make is that as far as we are concerned, we would have at the beginning adopted different views, and now we have got an experience. And I think the first point to make is that there is no leader of ANC who was not there when this maleficence and corruption have taken place. They were all there. The current president was the leader of government business. And that's what we see on state capture is an ANC corrupt arrangement being captured by capitalist interests in both sides. It would have been Gupta's during Zuma, but we have seen who is capturing the state currently. We can't talk about state capture if state capture is gone. As we speak, what is taking place at Eskom is from where we're sitting. If indeed there is something true, Eskom is being collapsed, Eskom is being captured, its energy provision given into capitalist interests. And therefore, from where we're sitting, yes, if anybody has committed corruption, the law must take its own course, but we're taking a very firm view that everybody must be deemed innocent until proven guilty, because we can't be part of supporting a manipulation of the state. Because as you would know, a state is nothing but an organ of oppression. The dominant class that is having money is the one that manipulates the state and uses it in its own interest.
Mr. Jim, you say you are presuming everybody innocent until proven guilty, but there's some very strong recommendations that have come out of the report that the acting Chief Justice Raymond Zondo handed over yesterday to the President regarding, for example, SAA. For one example, that's what we're reading now. We are in this first part of the report, and your union is very well represented in SAA. I mean, there are recommendations that, for example, the former chair of the board, Dan Moyane, must be charged with fraud in relation to how she undermined board's resolutions, went behind the back of the board, for example, in all kinds of decisions. What's Numsa's view?
Well, as I just said, everyone who is found to have committed crime must face the music, but we're very firm that everybody must be deemed innocent until proven guilty, because we find ourselves in looking on this commission where you have got criminals who are stealing as we speak, who are capturing the state, but they are busy persecuting others. And in that situation, we find ourselves in a very difficult situation. We think that the entire ANC must take full responsibility for this crisis. We can't be drawn in its ANC section abusing the state at a particular moment when they get hold of it.
So you are arguing basically that there was a commission of inquiry, is coming out with this report, but as we speak, the ANC as a collective and its leaders are the ones who should really be standing accused here.
Tell me, brother, among the ANC leaders, starting with Cyril Ramaphosa, where were they when this maleficence and corruption? They were in power, they were in charge, it happened in their presence, and now suddenly because they have dealt with one section, they are mobilizing all of us to support them and to deem them as innocent. And our experience at Eskom, these people are using the state capturing and looting the state. Nothing is transparent in the renewable space. They must open up who basically owns the renewables. They refuse to open the names. And what is being captured in front of us is our country's energy provision. We are not being consulted. And the regulator is deployed there. He is driving the agenda to capture the state.
Okay, thank you very much for your views, Irvin Jim, the General Secretary of Trade Union Numsa, in relation, of course, to the release and the publishing of Part 1 of the report of state capture.